So the next concept is implications. Conditional sentences. Like the condition if, so and so, then. If and then. We frequently come across sentences like the following. If it rains, then there will be no picnic. Another sentence. If I have no homework, then I will go to the movie. Another sentence. If ABCD is a parallelogram, then AB is equal to CD and side AD is equal to BC. Different sentence. If ABC is a triangle, then AB plus BC is greater than AC, which means the sum of two sides is greater than third side. The fifth sentence. If X names a prime number greater than 2, then X names an odd number. Like that, few more sentences. In each of these sentences, two simple sentences are connected by if, then, to form a new composite sentence. A compound sentence using the connective if, then is called a conditional. The connective if, then in the conditional may be replaced by the connective implies. So, for instance, if it rains, then there will be no picnic. So, the same compound sentence can be rewritten as using the word implies. The symbol for implies is this. This is the symbol implies. So for this symbol implies, whatever the sentence here it is there, that is related to the word if, that is called antecedent. And the sentence that is there after the word then, it is called consequent. So antecedent, consequent. Okay. And the truth table for this implies or if and then. If two sentences are connected with the two words if and then, whatever the resultant sentence, the truth table for the resultant sentence. To understand that, we can take up some examples. Take one example here. A husband says to his wife, if I get a promotion in my job, I shall take you on a foreign tour. This is a compound sentence connected with if and then. The question is, when is the husband good or bad? So if we understand carefully the different possibilities, then we would be able to write the truth table for this conditional. Let us represent the sentence, the husband gets a promotion. He is represented by P. And Q is the sentence, the husband takes his wife on a foreign tour. P and Q are defined. If he gets the promotion and takes his wife on foreign tour, obviously he is a good husband, good man. Right? Simple. First case. Now, if he gets promotion but he doesn't take his wife on foreign tour, obviously he is lying, he is cheating. So therefore this sentence is false. This is a false statement. These two are quite simple to discuss. Now there are two other sentences, the combinations here. If he doesn't get the promotion but takes his wife on foreign tour, then is he a good man or bad? Obviously wife will be happy, anyway she is going a foreign tour. So he is a good man. So therefore the truth value of this compound statement is true, which means P is false, Q is true, but P implies Q is still true, right? So he doesn't get promotion, but he is taking wife to a foreign trip. He is arranging some other money and all that.
How is P implies Q to
So the statement is the same, no? If, then. How is it true? It is true. We are deciding here the truth value based on the simple sentence. So when the wife will be happy, when a man is called a good man or bad man. So the first two sentences is quite simple to understand. What is that? He is getting a promotion, taking a foreign trip. So both are true. So the sentence truth value is true. And he is not getting and not taking. That's another thing. But second one here, what we have just discussed is, he is getting promotion but not taking a foreign tour. Getting promotion is true, but not taking, negation. So not taking the foreign tour. So what do you say? Is he a good man or bad? Obviously he is cheating, no? So therefore the resultant one, what is the truth value of this statement? Truth value of the statement, is it true or false? False. He is lying. It's false. Right? So P